Okay, good morning, everyone. Do you hear me?
Yes.
Okay, so um, welcome back to um, our what to say our regular term. Okay, so this is term one of academic year 2020 to 2021. So currently in this term, okay, we are still using the online mode for 100% for this subject. That means um, we are going to have the lecture, okay, presentation as well as examination in the online version. Okay, so you can see that in our computer science program, okay, many subjects are still using the 100% online, but some of the subjects in this term we start having the hybrid. Okay, the hybrid mode. That means um, some classes or some lecture classes you may have to be online, and some of the time you have to just like go to the campus and let do and then you have to just like do some labs or some examinations anyway. Okay, so if you can't hear my voice, okay, there are two different ways in order to let me know. The first one, you may just type on the chat box on Zoom, or second one, you may just like turn on your microphone to what to say, to just tell me and let me know. Okay, a little more thing that I want you to know is that okay, for our presentation, okay, and also for the what to say examination, okay, you have to just turn on your camera. Okay, so that means if your computer doesn't have the camera or it's broken, try to just get the new one, because right now it's not expensive anymore. Or you may just like use two different devices. That means one might be your laptop computer and the other one might be your smartphone. I don't mind, but I mean, at least you must have like one device that is connected to the camera so that I can see you. Okay, right. Okay, so let's start with our subject. In this term, we see we have like many students to join this subject. Also, there might be like some students who are just like from the previous curriculum as well. So what does it mean? Actually, this subject has been just like shared between two subject code. One is ICCS 230, okay, or ICCS 230. That is system analysis and design, while students from 618 batches, okay, and younger, your course code is ICCS 271 interaction designs. Okay, so first of all, before I start talking about anything for the introduction to the course, I would like you to just like enroll yourself into the Canvas first, because all of the materials, including the examination, including the presentation, will be over there. For anyone who just like arrived after I sent you the chat message of how to get into the Canvas, right now I just like send you the what to say. Hang on, I just send you the um, information for logging in into Canvas once again. Please enroll yourself into Canvas so that you can get these materials. Okay, right. So in this one, okay, as I have seen in the class list, I have students from many batches. Okay, So altogether right now we have 26 people or 26 of you in this class. Okay, we have just one section only for this class, and I think it is okay for this term. So one thing you have to know is that when we do the design, okay, or when we do analysis of the things, or we gather the information from our users, or to do the task, normally we just like don't do it by one person, but we do it in the team. So I would like you to just like see among each other in the what to say in the class, and then I would like you to just like set up the team. Okay, so I would like each team to have around 3 up to 4 students. Okay, 3 up to 4 students. Okay, I want you to set up by yourself. The team, what is a team for? In this term, there are a couple of things that you have to do together with your team. The first one is case study. Okay, I would just like assign many case studies for you. So the things that you have to do is that you have to read. Okay, firstly, you may read by yourself first, and after that, you discuss with your teammate. And then I want you to write up the summary or the conclusion of that case, and then answer the questions that I provide for each case. Okay, so that means, okay, you may just like shuffle, okay, the order of the presenter among your teammates, or some of the team, if you would like to say that, okay, in each case study you want everyone to participate or to present, that's fine, no problem. But some of the team may say that, okay, for case study number one, I want this person to present, and case study number two, I'll present. Case study number three, another person will present. Okay, this one is up to you. We have around 6 to 7 different case studies in this term. Okay, that is the first task that you have to do with your team. Second one, this class need to have the term project as well, and the term project is a team basis. So that means um, I want you to just like work together with your teammates, okay, the same team as you do with the case study. So when I would like you to the term project, the things that I will assign to you is that I'll separate the term project into 3 up to 4 different tasks, and then I'll assign each task to you when we end a certain chapter or a certain module. Okay, so that you understand what to do, and then you just like apply the knowledge for the scenarios that you would like to set up as your term project. Okay, right. So okay, to be benefited for you, I want you to set up the team by yourself, 3 up to 4 people. When we have the discussion, I will just like separate you in the breakout room for the Zoom. Okay, so that's why I want you to know your team members first. The things that I will do in order to just let you register for the team is that, okay, I just give you for like the whole week to find your teammates, okay, to form your team. So that means on next Tuesday, okay, I will just set up the link for you to register for the team. But if you have team before that, you can you're welcome to write down or register your team in I think I will prepare the Google form for you. Okay, it will be ready on this Thursday, and I'll let you what to say register for your team. Okay, until next Tuesday. Okay, right. Okay, then everyone. Okay, who still cannot enter into the canvas yet? When I ask you for some questions, there are a couple of ways to reply to me. The first one, you may just like turn on your microphone and let me know. Okay. Or second one, you just type in the chat box. Okay, so that I know what's going on. Okay, right. Page not found for me. Okay, Rin Ratipon. Hang on. Remove the full stop. Mm. Thank you, Pon Kamon. Okay, that's good. Right. Okay then. Okay then. Oh, it has a full stop. Unfortunately. Okay, you have to remove full stop first. Thank you. Okay, this one. Okay, the next thing that I want you to download is the course syllabus or TQF3. Today I'm going to talk about like what we are going to learn for the interaction design. Okay, actually, when we talk about the interaction design, okay, um, we can just like separate them into two different words: interaction and design. You can see that when we talk about the word interaction, one thing that we know is that in terms of the computer, interaction means that how does computer or the system interact with the users. Okay, so what does it mean? For example, when you buy a new mobile phone, okay, when you buy a new mobile phone, if it is the iOS based, okay, doesn't matter whether it's um, Apple iPhone 5 or 6, 7 or 8 or 9 or 10 or 11, okay, or even iPhone 12 that will launching very soon from now. You can see that the way in order to let the users to use the mobile phones for iPhone, they are quite similar. I can't tell you that it's the same. They are similar. Okay, you have the actions to tap in order to open that or to start that application, or to swipe, okay, or to pinch on the screen, something like that. So that means when the new version comes out, it's the same. Okay, you can swipe, you can tap, you can double tap. Okay, and you can see that where is double tap or tap come from. Just think, actually, it was originated from your computer when you use mouse. Okay, you click, you double click, you drag, something like that. It's quite similar. So they just transform the way that we use our mouse into the touch screen based mobile phone. And in the past, okay, in the past, okay, class, can you tell me? Type in the chat room, please. Who have used BlackBerry before? Okay, Warapop, Gritin, ชยาชยาธรวรินทิพย์ปริวัตรสุจินนา and Grit. Okay, so when you typed to send a message on BlackBerry, you can see that the keyboard is the same as you have on the current mobile phone version, right? Okay, the reason is because if they just rearrange all the layout of keyboard, okay, the users who use BlackBerry before and they change to use iPhone or Android phone, they'll be confused. So that's why keyboard layout must be similar, okay, or they try to change at least as less as they can. Okay, that is the interaction between the device, the computer, or the system. Okay, you can see that when we talk about like the system, let's think. When we talk about one kind of system that is like ATM machine, when you go to ATM machine anywhere in the world, they are quite similar. Even they don't use English. For example, if you go to China and you see an ATM machine which doesn't have English language, they start with the Chinese language. Even you don't know Chinese language at all, but you can guess what's going on. For example, firstly, If you want to use ATM machine, what are you going to do? Can somebody tell me? If you just like be in front of ATM machine, what do you have to do first? Has fear.
Insert the card, put the card in.
Yes, you have to insert the card first, right? Otherwise, it doesn't work. Okay. What is the next step, Nakarin?
Enter your PIN code or something.
Yeah, enter your PIN code. When you enter your PIN code, what's the next step, Purit?
Is it select the amount?
Really?
Uh,
You have to do something a little bit before you enter the amount. What is that?
your language?
Pardon me?
Your language on the ATM?
I mean, right now, assume that it's just in Chinese. Okay, you don't know where to change the language. Okay, they may ask you what you want to do. Okay, sometimes you may want to just check the balance. Sometimes you want to just like withdraw the money. But if for like some ATM machines, they may ask you to choose the language just before you insert the card, right? Otherwise, somebody may think that, okay, what if I insert the card and it doesn't show up any language changing or language switching? How can I just like take off my card? For example, if this machine is not ATM machine but is cash depositing machine only, something like that, and you said, oh, this is not what I want my card back because I want some money, I don't want to deposit the money now, right? So that's why you can see that in this one, there are the interaction that we have to just like deal with it as well. Another example is the car. In order to get into the car, everyone in the past did the same thing. Okay. They before we had the remote controller. Okay, we had the key. The things that people had to do is that they had to unlock the door first. So firstly, they have to find the keyhole to insert the key in, and then everyone knows that when you insert the key into the keyhole, you have to turn the key on some direction. You don't just like insert the key directly into the hole and then just open the door. You can't do that. So this is the standard things that people know. If you have to interact with the car door and the key, the things that you have to do is that insert the key and twist the key into some direction, something like that. That is interaction. What about design? Design in here means that as we are computer scientists, the things that we have to do is that we have to we have to design the system to match with your users, Okay, right. So in this one, okay, in this class, we are going to learn how to design and how do we gonna design the interaction for your users through the system. So that's why the things that you have to understand in here is about the systems. And when we talk about the word systems in here, some student may be confused that system doesn't does the computer sorry does it mean the system that is like hardware? No, it's not just the hardware. It's a lot of things that you have to know. And in this level, okay, because actually I'm sure that all of you studied programming, computer programming already, okay, and also you took like object oriented already. So that's why you have to know that if we have to integrate all of the knowledge from the programming, okay, what are we going to do? You can see that when we learn for programming or object-oriented subjects, the lecturer taught you that, okay, how do we gonna write down the programs through the term project, through the exercises. And you can see that normally we just like study, or we just like do the project by ourselves, by one person, okay, not the team, okay, or at most the project might be like 2 people, but actually in when we study for the interaction design, the things that you have to know is that there might be like lots of the people in order to work together to help designing the system. Okay, right. So that's why that comes to this subject interaction design, and also we just like focusing in like the information system that um, that you have to just like gather what the users want. Okay, now let me talk about the course syllabus here, or the TQF3. Okay, this subject, okay, is for the undergrad program for and also it's the computer science subject in here. Okay, we just like offer it every first trimester. Okay, right. So now let's see for the goal of this course. For the goal of this course, the goal of this course is that I would like the students. I would like the students, okay, to select appropriate technologies. Okay, what for? The technology that is suitable for business, because you can see that when we have to write down a program or series of programs or suite of program, okay, or information system, normally we do it for business. We want to get some money, okay? So also we would like to identify conditions that are necessary for implementing digital business solution, right? So the objective of this course, you'll be able to explain the software development life cycle and its importance, because you can see that when you have to design and we have to implement the software, okay, it has a life cycle. Normally, you cannot just like wake up in the morning and then write down a program and then just like launch it without knowing what who is the users, okay, what do they want. No, you have to know first before you just start having it. And even you launch that software already, okay, one thing you have to know is that when you study for computer programming subject, your goal was to write a program or code the program and write the program to match with what Ajahn needs. Okay, just that. But actually, software lifecycle is not ended just like to have a software that is runnable. The things that you have to do is that when the software is launched, you need to maintain it. For example, you can see that when you go to Apple Store or when you go to Play Store to download and to install an application, when the time goes by, application will be updated. Update is a kind of maintaining the software, okay, because you know that when you just like launch the first version, you may get some comments or some feedback from your users that your software has some problem, okay, they have some bug, something like that, so you have to just like fix that problem and just like update it into like the next or the newer version. That is a kind of like the task in software development lifecycle as well, and it's really really important. So in this subject you will learn about that. Next one, you must be able to express responsibilities and major tasks and major skills of a system analyst. A system analyst is a person to transform what users need to the programmers. Sometimes a system analyst work also as a programmer too. Depends on the size and the organization of the company. Okay. After that, you'll be able to develop business case and system requirements. Okay. So for the business case and system requirements, if you do it properly, it is a documentation, and it costs a lot of money too, because I mean, like, the system requirements here transform the needs or the requirement of the users to be the system or to be the computer program requirements. So that means whoever who get the requirement document here can write or can develop a program, and then they can sell to the customer. So in order to gather the system requirements, actually, if the person who gather the requirement doesn't have the skills, the requirement that you gather might be failed or might have like some problems. And then it means that when the programmers try to just like convert the requirement to be the programs, it may cause a problem too, because it doesn't meet the requirement of the users. Okay, the system cannot correspond to what users need, um, yeah, fully. After that, you'll be able to develop process models such as data flow diagrams and context diagram. For the data flow diagrams and context diagram here, it is very useful, okay? Not just now, but in the future too, because you can use it for your career in the future, okay? For example, if you say that, okay, you would like to set up a consulting company, okay, to develop, design, and develop the information system, okay, for your users. Okay, we are going to use these kind of tools, data flow diagrams and context diagram, okay, for just like explaining what the users want, okay, systematically. Then in step number 5, sorry, in the objective number 5 or 2.5, you must be able to explain logic and object modeling. Instead of using the data flow diagram and context diagram, you may be able to use your knowledge from object-oriented course to create the logic and object modeling as well that I'll explain to you. And lastly, you'll be able to develop entity relationship diagrams, or ER diagram, or ERD. Okay, this one, for the entity relationship diagrams, this one will be useful when you have to transform your need or your requirements into the database. The entity relationship diagrams is a tool in order to just like visualize the picture of the systems that would like to transform or move the data to be stored or to be retrieved in the database. Okay, so these are the goals that we are going to learn in this subject. Now, what about the description of this course? Okay. In this course, you learn for requirement analysis. That means after you gather the requirement from the users already, how do you going to analyze them? And also, for the requirements, it includes non-functional and functional requirements. That means for non-functional means that, okay, it's about like the technical requirements, while the functional requirement means that what does the users want this system to help them to do something. For example, if they say that, oh, I want the bank statement from the system to be downloaded automatically, that is functional. But for the non-functional or technical requirements means that, okay, what kind of table in the database that you have to join? What are the key fields that you have to link? Something like that. The next one, data gathering. Okay. The way in order to gather the data from your users, okay, from the system. For example, suppose we say that, okay, when we go to convenience store like 7-Eleven or Family Mart, you can see that once you just like want to buy, let's say you want to buy a box of milk, okay, when you go to the cashier, the things that they do in here right now is that they scan, okay, they scan the barcode, okay, and then they charge you, they know how much does that box of milk cost. But in the past, when I went to supermarket, it was different. When we didn't have the barcode and we didn't have the standard of setting up the barcode, once you had to go to the supermarket and buy a box of milk, the cashier will have to remember the code okay, and then they type in by using keyboard instead. But in the future, okay, in the near future, it will be different again because of what? All the products, okay, apart from the barcode, they may have like the tools that we call RFID, okay, or radio frequency identification. It's a sticker. Once you stick on your a product already, and then you just like put the product somewhere. For example, you put them in the basket. Once you just walk through the what to say, they may have like the RFID scanner. You don't need to just like bring the product out at one at a time, but that scanner can scan as a radio frequency signal through all the product in the basket for you. That means when you just walk past that scanner already, they can calculate or they can charge the money for you directly. And apart from that one, if we say that we just link our electronic wallet, okay, electronic wallet to this supermarket, let's say, you can just like be charged automatically. You don't need to just like pay cash anymore. That means once you go to that supermarket, you may just like have a table where a table you put the basket on with your products, and then you just transfer the product from the basket into your own bag, something like that. So it's touchless because you don't need to let other people to touch on the products that you purchase. And apart from that, it's cashless as well because you don't need to just like carry the cash or go to withdraw the cash from ATM machine to buy the products from that um, what to say, convenience store or supermarket. That is the data gathering. So we learn how to gonna gather all the data to be into the system. Next, software design and prototyping. This one deals with the interaction design heavily because when you design the software, you have to know that how do you gonna design it to match with the need of the users, and we will show them. Okay, we will show the system to your users by using the concept of what we call prototyping. Okay, next one. When we talk about the principle of good design, you have to know that, okay, when we have to design the information system, what are good design that you should consider? Okay. The next one, we talk about software lifecycle. Okay. And then we talk about software development methodologies. How do we gonna develop the software? Because you have to know that when we have, or when we talk about a software, it might consist of many modules inside. It may consist of many functions inside. It may consist of many objects or many classes inside that you have to just like use different software development methodologies to implement them. After that, we talk about quality assurance. How do we know that our software is reliable? Our software is what to say, function well. How do we know that our software is crash free? So we have to talk about quality assurance. And after that, we have to talk about cost modeling. You have to know that everything is not for free. When you design, when you implement the software, you sell to your customer, you want to get the money back. But how do you know that? Okay, how much should we charge to the customer? In this class, I'll just like tell you how to charge the customer too, because when you know the cost, okay, you should know how to charge them. Okay, right. So in this subject, okay, in this subject we have altogether 4 credits hours. That means we have lecture for 48 hours, but you still need to have self-studies at home or with your team for 96 hours, okay, for the whole term. Next on, for teaching and evaluation plans for this term, okay, this class will be taught by me, okay. Oh, I forget to tell you, some of you may not know who am I, okay. My name is Paramin, okay. You can call me Ajahn Paramin or you can call me as Ajahn Paul. Everyone knows, okay, this name, okay, right. So we have altogether 12 weeks, okay. In for the whole 12 week here, we use the online sessions, okay, as a live session. Okay. Sometimes I'll just like break you into the groups so that you can just like work with your team. Okay, right. Okay, so for this week, okay, we will learn for introduction to the course. Okay, that is today's class, and then we will do the we'll learn for the introduction to system analysis and design, so that you can see like different tasks that you have to do in this term. Okay. After that, in week number two, okay, in week number two, we will learn how to analyze the business case. So what do I mean by business case? Sometimes when you gather the information from your users, they just like tell you on the phone, okay? You just make a phone call to your customer and they say that, hey, I want a system to do this, to do that. Okay, can you just like give me some quotation? Okay, that is the business case that you have to know. Apart from that one, suppose they are happy with you and they say that, okay, I want to use your service. Okay, just sign the contract with us and then you just like develop and implement the system for us. So you have to gather the information, you have to gather the requirement from them as well. That is business case too. Then you have to just like know how to analyze them. When you know the techniques to analyze a business case already, I will show you, I'll teach you for the way in order to gather the requirement as well. So that means when you go to gather the requirements, there are a lot of things to do. For example, some of the system has like millions of users. For example, the web-based project. Okay. There will be millions of users for sure. It's impossible for you to interview those millions of people. Then you may have to choose something like questionnaire instead. Sometimes you may have to use like what we say, what we call is group, focus group instead. You just like select some representative, okay, of the users and then you gather the requirements. Or you just like don't disturb their work. You just sit in their office and just notice what's going on. That is another technique as well for the requirement gathering. We will learn about that. After that, in week 4, from the requirement that you gather, okay, you have to model them. It will be the diagram, like data flow diagrams that you have to learn for the techniques. How do you gonna just like transform that diagram to become the models? After that, in week 5, okay, we will learn for data modeling. Okay, that means for the data that flows in your system, how do you model them? There are like some tools, for example, data dictionary, okay, in order to transform the data. Instead of having just like a variable, you may have like group of them, you may have records of data. We learn for the data modeling tools and modeling technique. After that, process modeling. For the process that you have to do or accomplish in the system, how do you model them? So process modeling needs like 4 hours to understand it. After that, we will have object modeling. Okay. We transform the request or the requirement of the users into different classes and objects. Okay. We have users or players in the object as well that we'll learn about that. Then we have midterm exam. After that, after midterm exam, we are going to have the to learn about the development strategies. How do you develop your information system or your system properly? There are like a couple of strategies. For example, you develop by yourself, by your team, I mean. Or you may hire someone else to develop, or you may purchase the off-the-shelf software and customize them, something like that. These are strategies that you have to know. Okay. Week 9, we learn about data design. How do you gonna design the data that you model it from week 5? how do you design the data? Okay, in order to interact with other systems, in order to interact with the users. In week 10, okay, we just like go to the macro mode of the system analysis and design and interaction design as well. We will talk about managing system project. So because when you have to do the information system development, the things that you need to have is that you don't do it by yourself, just by one person. Normally we do in a team. Sometimes you say that, okay, you have two people in the team, what do we gonna do? Even you have two physical persons, okay, but actually each person might work as different roles. For example, one person might work as a project manager and system analyst. Another person might work as programmer, okay, database administrator, network administrator, or network designer as well. So you can see that even we have just like two people, but each person has like many tasks to be done. So you have lots of tasks. That's why we call it as project. Okay, you have to know how to manage the project to be successfully implemented. After that, we learn for the techniques for the project management. For example, we say that, okay, if this project lasts around 6 months, which task should be done first, which task should be done next, how many percentage of the money that we should just like request from our customer, how do we gonna let the customer to confirm each task that we just like do it for them, something like that. We will have to know like the concrete project management techniques. After that, in week 11, this is user interface design. It relates heavily on interaction designs that we have some techniques that we have to learn as well. We learn for the user interface design. And lastly, actually I have to change to be design number 1 and number 2. Lastly, in week 12, we will have the term project presentation. That means on term project presentation, each team has to deliver the term project. That is like information system that consists of like all the parts that we learn, including the requirements, okay, the business case that you summarize, the data that we have to use, process that we have in the system. This one, you just like use the model that I will teach you as the answer, okay, as a part of presentation. Also, you have to just like show us with the user interface design. In here, finally, we come up with like the what we call conceptual design to let other teams who are your audience and also including me to see how do you design the interface for the users. You have to know that for the users, okay, many of them, okay, they think that the user interface is the system. So that means when you have to design conceptually, you have to show the user interface to let the customer or users to know for the things that we are trying to do for them, whether it's what they like or not. What to say? Just imagine of a car. Okay, when we talk about a car prototype, you can see that when you just like design a car, most of the users or the car users, I mean, we see like the physical appearance of the car first before we see like the engine inside. Actually, the engine design must be designed as well, but I mean they may claim that it's 200 horsepower or something like that. It's the fuel consumption is around like 20 k's per hour. 20 k's per liter or something like that. But you will really not know until you test it, right? But I mean, like for the car users around the world, they see the car through pictures. that is the same as user interface. Okay, you have to just like let the users know, okay, how will you gonna design the system for them. Okay, and after that we have final examination. So for midterm and final exam will be online based as well. What do I mean? The examination, we have the time limits. That means, for example, if I say that, okay, this coming Wednesday is the midterm exam day, 10 to 12 o'clock. The things you have to do is that you have to log into Zoom, turn on your camera, turn on your microphone, okay, and then I'll just like send you. I mean, I'll just like upload the examination paper on Canvas. Then you just download it and do it while you are turning on the Zoom camera and microphone. I'll be with you. Okay. If you have like exam for 2 hours, that means you have to turn on the camera for 2 hours. You may be you may go to the restroom. I don't mind. Okay, but don't communicate with other students. After that, okay, you just submit through Canvas, and then you can just like stop the video and stop the camera, and then you can leave the Zoom session. That is our examination. Okay, and after that, we talk about plan for assessing course learning outcome. For the formative assessment, we have team report or term project. We have class discussion. Okay, that I'll just give you the case studies and then we discuss together. Okay, reflective questions that I may ask you. Personally, or I may just like call your name and let you answer my question, and also answer comparison. Okay, that is for formative assessment. While the evaluation plan, we have midterm 25%, final exam 35%, term project it's quite a lot. So please do it with your team as much as you can. Okay, and class attendance and participation is 10%. Okay, right. This is grading system. It follows MUIC grading system scheme. Oh, by the way, grade, the average grade for this class is quite high. Okay, for your seniors, they did very well. So approximately it's around 3.2 to 3.5. Okay, some of students get A, but I mean like some get B or B plus, something like that. So the average grade for this class is around 3.2 to 3.5. Okay, during the past 2 years that we offer this course. Okay, you get like good grade if you participate, and also if you just like discuss with your team and then do the term project with your team. So that's why try to select the person that you know before, so that you can just like work together easily. Okay, right. So these are like the textbook that we use. Okay, system analysis and design. Okay, 11th edition by Tilly and Rosenblatt. And then the other book is Interaction Design, okay, by Sharp, Chris, and Rogers. And also, I'll give you the handouts on e-learning, the Canvas e-learning site as well. Okay, so this is the syllabus or TQF3 of this course. Up to this point, do you have any questions? So everyone, it seems like you are very quiet. So everyone, are you still with me? Okay, thank you. So before we move on to the next thing, everyone, can you please turn on your camera? I have to capture all of your picture first. Turn on your camera, please, everyone. Nakarin, Pass, Fear, Grit, Thin, Swell, Warapop, won't be long. I just want to check whether it works well or not. Just won't be long. Kantinan, Grit, Hit. Oh, there are lots of like familiar faces to me. Okay, just won't be long. Let me just check my file. Just won't be long. Okay, that's good. Right. So everyone, right now, okay, I'm going to talk about the first handout. Before I just like start the first handout, do you have any question to ask me first? So let me just like see your face first. Ponkamon, Ponkamon, are you in the campus now?
Yes.
Oh, okay. Where about? In the library?
There's a line group.
No, no. Are you in the
Oh,
library?
yeah, I'm in the library.
Oh, okay. That's good. Philip. Philip. Purit. James. Pariwat. Sure. Mopat. Oh, let me do like this. I want to know your nickname for all of you so that I can call you correctly next time. Just one below. Let me just put my okay, Swell. What do you want me to call you?
You can call me Pi.
Hi. Rarintip.
By the way, John, your volume is a bit low for me.
Oh, sorry. Is it better? Hello?
Yes.
Okay, sorry. This microphone is not quite good. I just like unpacked it on Saturday and I just realized that it's not quite good. I have to just like put it very close to my lips. Okay. Rarintip.
Yes, you can. You can call me Rain.
Rin. Okay. Rin. Okay, thanks. Griangsak.
Yes, you can call me Tam.
Tam, right?
Yes, sir.
Grit.
You can call me Good.
Grit, can you just like turn on the camera? I don't see.
I don't have camera right now.
Mm.
I'm on my
Oh.
PC. Yeah.
Don't forget to find it. Find once because like during exam you need to use it. Okay.
Okay.
Maylin.
Yeah, just call me Malin.
Maylin, okay. Okay. Nakarin.
You can call me Kenny.
How to spell? Sorry. How to spell? Sorry.
Kenny.
Kenny. Okay. Pit.
You can call me Fang.
Fang, right? Fang. Pariwat.
You can call me William.
William, right? Rinradiporn.
You can call me you.
How to spell?
Why you?
Y. Y what? Sorry. Rinradiporn, can you say again? Sorry. I think you type for me, right?
That's why you.
Why you? Okay, thank you. You, right? You or you?
You.
You, okay. Thank
It's
you. James. James.
You can just call me James.
Okay. That's James. Okay. Naran.
You can call me Tan.
Tan, right? Tan, right?
Yes.
Okay. Warapop.
Call me now.
How to spell?
Nell.
Nell. Okay. Turita. Am I wrong? Sorry. I'm sorry. Don't think that I'm old. I have to wear 2 glasses. I can't read your name. Sorry. Tantita or Tantita.
You can call me Nan.
Nan. Okay. Sorry, I couldn't read your name properly. Philip Sagan. Philip Sagan. Philip, right? Okay. Napat Tan Pisut.
Nate. You can call me Nate.
Nate. Okay. Sahaswat. Sorry, I couldn't hear you, Sahaswat. Boss, okay. Boss, please check your microphone because you are not muting, but I couldn't hear you. Okay. Next, Sujina.
You can call me Gift.
Gift.
Yeah, GIFT.
Okay, thanks. Pornkamon.
Ongoon.
Sorry?
Ongoon.
So you want me to call as your first name?
Yes.
Okay. Next is Atiwat. Atiwat.
Anakin. Anakin is fine. Hello?
Anakin.
Yes.
Okay. Next is Asher. Is Asher here? Asher? Is Mr. Asher here?
He said he has no microphone.
Where is he? I'm trying to find him from the list here. Asher. Let me see first. Where is Asher? I'm sorry. Let me find him a bit.
He is typing.
Hang on. Asher. Asher, I'm not sure. Asher, could you please type your student ID in here? What is your student ID? 628. Okay. I'm trying to find. Oh, Asher Phillips in here. Oh, you are at the beach, right, Asher? Asher, can you put your mask down a bit? Hey, you change a lot, Asher. If you are the same Asher that I know before, are you? Your name, your face, and your last name is very familiar to me. Right? Okay. So, Asher. Wow. Okay. Next. Goran. I'm sorry. Again. I'm getting old. Goramat. Goramat. Are you here, Goramat? ประเสริฐกุล Ike. Next is Purit.
You can call me Louis.
Sorry, Purit. Can you say again? Can you say again? Sorry.
You can call me Louis.
Louis.
Yes.
Okay. Okay. Kantinan. Is Kantinan here? Kantinan. Tasvia. Tasvia. Are you here, Tasvia?
Yes, Ajahn.
Okay. So, would you like me to call you as Tasvia?
Yeah, you can call me Tasvia.
Tasvia, can you turn on your camera a bit?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Thank you. Next is Kritin. Kritin.
Yep. You can call me Pupa.
Pupa. Okay. And lastly, Chayathon.
Yes, you can call me Chong ครับ
Chong.
CHONG ครับ
CHONG. Okay ครับ So I know the nickname of all of you and also see like many familiar faces here too. Okay. That would be great. Okay. Right.
อาจารย์ครับ I think
Yes.
Sahasawat is in the waiting room
Oh, really?
because he
Oh,
got
yeah.
kicked out for a bit.
Okay. I didn't kick him. Okay. Who kicked him out? Okay. Sorry. Kantinan. Oh, now I can see you already. Fei, right? Fei is Kantinan. Okay. So everyone, okay, because today is the introduction course, we see like some problems a bit for like for our what to say appearances in the class. So I recommend you that from next class, please prepare your microphone, okay, and also your camera. Okay, microphone and camera, please, because when you present or when your team present, I want all of you to turn on the camera. Okay, because I mean, like for example, if you talk to someone, okay, because this is not the talking on the phone, then you should have like the camera, okay, to work properly as well, so that we can just like hear and communicate properly. Okay. Right. Okay, everyone. So right now, who still cannot access to Canvas yet? Just type in the chat box if you can't access to Canvas. Okay. No, that's good. So that means everyone you can access to the Canvas already, right? So right now, the next thing that I would like you to open up is our first module. I'll call each part or each handout as a module that we are going to have what to say, materials, activities in this one. Okay. Oh, Pi was kicked out too. Okay. All right. Okay then. Okay, everyone, please just like I'll use the first handout for today. Okay, please just like open it up. Okay then. This is the first module. Okay. It's the introduction to an interaction. Okay, analysis and design. Okay, right. So let's see, what are we going to learn? For this module, you will learn the impact of the information technology or IT. Okay. This one, the impact of the IT, how this IT impact business strategy and the success of the business. Okay. Also, we will be able to define information system, okay, or system. Okay, in this class, I may shorten the term information system as the word system only. It's the same thing. Okay, and you have to describe its component as well. Okay, and then we explain how profiles and models can represent business functions and operations. Okay. For example, suppose you read a booklet, okay, of a company, okay, or company profile. Okay, you should be able to imagine how does that business work. Okay, what kind of the products or services that the company serve, okay, for their customer. Okay, for example, if I'm talking about Grab, okay, what is that business? What does that business do? What does Grab business do? Okay, can anyone tell me? Napat said delivery. Nate said it's delivery. Okay. Do you agree about delivery? Okay, both food and person delivery. Okay. So you can see that if we are talking about delivery, it covers more. Because in the future, I'm sure that you see Grab in like other kind of delivery. For example, messenger service. Okay, Grab also, I mean like being your messenger to deliver the documents for you, to deliver like people moving, okay, to from one place to another place, or even let's say food as well. Okay, or I mean it's not just food anymore. It might be like some groceries products. Okay, Grab car, yeah. Okay, something like that. It's a kind of business talking about like deliveries or logistics, moving the place. Moving people, moving products, moving services from one point to another point. Okay, that is an example. Now, okay, you can see that when we hear just the term Grab, okay, you can explain the business functions and their basic business operations as well. Okay, next, you'll be able to explain how internet has affected business strategies and relationships. The world before having internet and the world right now, business can run differently. So that means when you have to just like think for the design and think of the analysis of the information system, you should be able to know that, okay, when we have the internet engaged in that business, how it's affect the business. And next, we talk about the type of information systems that we may have in that business and explain who uses them. Next, we talk about the distinguish between structured analysis, object-oriented analysis, and agile methods. These are like three major kind of analysis of like the requirement of the users. Okay, for the conventional one, it is structured analysis. We do straightforward. Okay, and then object-oriented, we just like change them to be like object and classes. Okay. And agile methods. Okay, we just like try to just like do a different ways in order to let each person to help us or to help system analysts to do the task of analysis as well. Okay. After that, we'll compare traditional waterfall model. Okay, we do step-by-step analysis, design, implementation, maintenance to become agile methods and models. Okay. Next, we will learn how to apply 5 basic guidelines for system development and discuss the role of information technology department and system analysts who work in that department. Okay. So you have to know that normally when we have to talk about the person who just like help analyze and design the system, when we people who design the system, we may call them as system designer. Okay, and the person who just like gather the information, the requirement from users, we call them as system analysts. Okay, right. So these are like the objective of this module that we have to learn as the overview. So when we have to use information systems in the company, you have to understand first. Okay. Right now, okay, companies or organization without information, okay, cannot compete with others for sure. So normally, the companies, okay, every kind of companies in the world, they have to use information as a weapon. Okay, for what? In order to just like check and increase their productivities, the quality products, okay, that they deliver, okay, the quality services that they can deliver to their customer. Apart from that, information can help maintaining the customer loyalty, okay, and also help them for making some decision too. So that's why IT or information technology can mean the difference between success and failure. Okay, so before we talk about the next slide, let's talk about the word information first. Okay, so class, can you please tell me, okay, what is information in your point of view? What is information? Gift. What is information? Give. Hello, give. Sujina. Knowledge. Kritin and Sujina, you have just like very good idea. You talk about knowledge that we collect from survey or research. And apart from that one, said data, fact. Okay. You can see that for the words that you try to just carve to mean what information is, they come to the same way, right? But I mean, like, it's still not exact straight to the point. It's not still exact straight to the point. Okay, just won't be long. Just give me half Hello, I'm sorry. Okay, now I'm back. Actually, okay, you try to just like give me some feedback that is very good. Things that have meaning to humans, a meaningful representation of data. Yeah, thank you. So now just let me talk about the word information. When we talk about facts, data, information, knowledge, okay, they are just like they go to the same way, okay, but they have different levels, okay. When we talk about data, for sure, it's normally it's just like a kind of fact, a piece of fact that it needs to be processed. And when you study for programming subject, okay, when you study for programming subject, okay, the things that you input to your users, sorry, the things that users input into the system or into the program is what we call data, okay, and then you have to process. So the data and information, it's just like a bit different, because when you talk about the data, it's not processed yet. It still doesn't have the meaningful to the users. So when you process it already, for example, if I say that 500 baht, that is the data, because you don't know that what is 500 baht for, what are you talking about? But if I say that, okay, 500 baht is the price of the airline tickets from Bangkok to Khon Kaen, that is information, because you add something more that is meaningful and is the representation date of the data. It's not just 500 baht anymore. Okay. So what about knowledge? Knowledge is another level beyond information. For example, you say that, okay, 500 baht is the price of airline ticket from Bangkok to Chiang Mai. And if I add that, when you book online from the 1st of September to the 30th of September 2020. So that is knowledge, because it's just not just like the piece of data. It's not just information that you get, but you know that you gain the advantage over booking through the regular channels. And you know that, okay, you get like cheaper price when you book it on time. That is knowledge. But in this class, we just stop at the information only, because of what? Knowledge actually, it's good for, I mean, sometimes it's a decision making, but for information, it's the level that, I mean, like you gather as a collections of data or information to be processed more, okay, in order to just like let the decision maker to make decision later. So that means information is the process data, or it's the representative of the meaningful data. It might come in form of like records of data, something like that, that we store in the database, something like that. So, okay, now we come back to our slides a bit. When the company, they use the information, okay, this information normally it's used for compete with other companies, okay, because for example, if we say that, okay, normally the market would like to have like 1,000 pieces of product per day, okay, if you know that your company can produce, okay, 10 times better than your competitor, that means if you just like would like to supply this product to the market, for sure, okay, if you say that, okay, your competitor can produce 100 pieces per day, but you can produce 10 times better, that is 1,000 pieces per day, for sure, that means at least 900 of pieces of products, okay, if the customer would like to get this product in the market, you can supply to them. So this is the weapon in the battle, okay. Apart from that one, for the impact of information technology, Okay, you have to understand the term IT or information technology first before you just like think about the impact. When we know about the terms information already, okay, information technology or IT, you will combine not just the information, but also hardware, software, products, and services. Okay, you have to combine them as well. What for? For managing, accessing, communicating, and sharing information to others. Others in here might be your staff, okay, your stakeholders, your suppliers, or even your customers as well. Okay, and for the future, there are 3 issues that will shape the futures. Okay, there will be change in world. For example, right now you can see COVID-19 situation here. All of the countries around the world, they have to think of the new norm or new normal. Okay, they need to have social distancing or physical distancing. This is changes in the world. Okay, people instead of just like seeing face to face, you can see that even our lecture right now, it's just like the online version instead. Okay, so it is not just for this term, but in the future, who knows? We may be able to just like set up some online training classes as well. Okay, these are changes. The next one is changes in technology. You can see that right now, I'm sure that not many of you use ATM card, okay, anymore. The things that you may be able to do is that if you want some cash, you just go to ATM machine and then use mobile banking in order to just like withdraw some money. You can just like touch screen of the ATM machine less than in the past. And you don't need to just like touch the ATM card anymore, something like that. And also instead of like withdraw the money in cash and then just like pay to other people. For example, if you just like go to buy something in the food store or in the restaurant, instead of using credit cards, you don't need to do so. You just use the credit card that is electronic version on your mobile phone to pay. Or you can just transfer the money through them by scanning the QR code, something like that. That is changes in technology. And the last one is changes in client demand. Because in the past, you can see that when we talk about like department store, in the past, when people would like to get a pair of shoes, you had to go to department store or shopping center to go for shopping on of your shoes. But right now you can see that it's very easy. You can just like search through the online store and order it online if you know like your exact size of shoes that you would like to buy. For example, if you say that it's sport shoes and you know that your size is 11, okay, and a half, and it's a standard one. When you go to buy shopping online, you know that, okay, for the standard brand like Adidas and Nike, you can order standard size like 11 and a half easily. You just choose the model that you want to buy, just that you don't go to the shopping center anymore. So you can see that the client demand here, even we want to buy a pair of shoes, but we don't need to go to the shopping center. We just stay home, or we can be anywhere in the bus, in the car, and then we can go shopping easily. Okay. The next one, when we talk about system development or information system development in here, you have to know that for the information system here, okay, we may call it as business information system. That is information system that we design and develop to serve the business. This kind of system will be developed by a group of people who are technically qualified, business oriented, and highly motivated. Okay, when I see like my students, right now you have like 2 out of 3 aspects for this one. You are technically qualified, or you are soon to be technically qualified. And also for highly motivated, for sure, I believe in my students that you are highly motivated. But right now, the things that you are still not be is business oriented. So that's why in this class, I'm going to just like teach you and also try to just like train you to be or to have the business oriented mindset as well. And also, this is a bit difficult for us, but I know that you all of you must be able to do that. You must be a good communicators with strong analytical and critical thinking skills. So I'm sure that right now, most of you right now, you have like critical thinking skills. But in this class, we'll train you to have strong analytical skills in terms of the information system and in terms of business as well. For the task of system development, okay, we need to have system analysis and design. Okay, for the system analysis and design, this work is a step-by-step process. This step-by-step process will be used for developing high-quality information system. Okay, for analyzing and designing the system, you must have a first person who deal with it. That is system analyst, or sometimes we call them as SA. Okay, system analyst or SA. This person has a role to plan, to develop, and to maintain the information system. Okay. This one we may call them as SA. This one below. Okay. The next one. The next one is that when we just like talk about the information system development, there are like different way in order to develop information system. The first one, we may use in-house application. In-house application, what does it mean? It means that your company may develop that kind of application and then we use it. Okay. Next, we may use software packages. Software packages, you just purchase it. Okay, and then you just use it straight away. Or we may use internet-based application service, or we may call it as the cloud base. It's a cloud base, that is internet-based application services. Or you may do outsourcing. Outsourcing may be the way that you hire somebody outside your company, okay, to develop this kind of information system. You have to know that some company, they can't afford to hire somebody to work as a full-time IT staff. For example, some companies, they are like quite small. They have just like the production plant, and they also have the operation field, operation people only. Because like they don't think about like the IT, so they might not have the IT department in the company. Then they may have to outsource somebody outside. For example, they may outsource the software house in order to just like develop the information system for their company. Or custom solutions. Custom solution means that they may have some software that they purchase, and then they just customize that software to match with what they need. We customize them. The next one, enterprise-wide software strategy. This one might be matched with just like large-scale organization. They may purchase like quite the expensive software, and then they just like have some policy that, okay, how does different department use this kind of software? Okay. And then how versus what means that, okay, how do you implement and what to implement will help you to decide, okay, what form of the development can be used or can be done in that organization. The next one, we will talk about the information system components, but I think I would like to stop at this point. Okay, you just like realize that we have like many things, many new words or new terms that we talk about, okay, in the information system analysis and design. Okay. Okay, so in this one, Ponkamon said that mobile banking doesn't really work for me, so have to use card anyway. So my recommendation, Ponkamon, when you go to some restaurants and you would like to pay for your meal, okay, if you go with your friends, my suggestion is that you just let your friend pay first, and then you just like use some mobile banking to transfer the money back for them. So right now, the mobile banking, they try to just like make the users to be as easy as they can to use the mobile banking. Okay, that works. Transfer works, but cannot remove money from ATM with phone. Okay, somebody doesn't like to withdraw the money by using the phone. Okay, you may just like use the way that I told you before, or let's say when you go to pay for something, you may have to use like some other technologies to help. For example, you may just like use what to say e-wallet instead. Okay, for example, when I go to 7-Eleven, in the past, I had to withdraw the money to just like buy something from 7-Eleven and pay it by cash. But because I just like don't like, you have to know that normally guys don't like to collect coins. Okay, when we go to 7-Eleven, most of the time we get coin in return. So the things that we normally do is that I use the e-wallet so that I don't receive the coin as a change, something like that. Okay. Okay, then up to this point, class, do you have any questions? Okay, so if you don't have any question, just to remind you, don't forget to just like find your teammate. 3 up to 4 people. 3 up to 4 people, you have to do a lot of works together. Okay, so on Thursday, I will just like put the link for you for Google Form so that you can just will lectures be uploaded so we can review. If you want, I can upload for you. Okay, but you have to give me some time because I have to just like upload to YouTube first and then post the link to you. It takes some time. Okay, maybe just like couple of days delay from like the live session. Okay, right. Okay, then everyone, any questions so far? Ponkamon, do you hear me, Ponkamon?
Yes.
Ponkamon, your lens is not clear. Please wipe off your lens. It's a bit foggy, you know. No, not your glasses lens, camera lens. Okay. Oh, a lot clearer. That's good. Okay. Okay then. Okay then, everyone. Okay. You have a nice day then. Okay, we see each other again on this coming Thursday. Okay. Oh, by the way, I'll just set up the line group for our subject as well. Okay, I'll post the line group. I will post a line group link on where? Let me think. Sky in our class, in our subject notification. Okay, and also if you forget, you may ask some of your friends or classmates that you have that line before to invite you. It's okay too. Okay, right? Okay, then everyone, if you don't have any questions, you have a nice day. Okay. If Ponkamon, if we didn't pay yet, we can't check announcements on Sky. But anyway, Ponkamon, how do you see this link to come to Zoom? I'm just wondering. On Sky, yeah, that one. Thank you. If you go to os.musc.io, you can see what I post on Sky too, even if you haven't paid for the registration yet. Nah, everyone, thank you. Thanks for Pongamon for telling me. Okay, then everyone, you have a nice day. Are you hungry now? Archer, are you hungry? Okay, have some coconut. The coconut tree is behind you, right? Okay. Okay, then everyone, you have a nice day and see you on Thursday. Bye bye for now.
Bye bye.
Bye. See you on Thursday.